So let's say you're putting in some molding and you know that the joints seem like they're good, but they just don't seem to fit right. I can't seem to get this guy to be even and good. What's happening is this piece going back here is not level. It's actually going downhill. So it starts up high here and it goes down. So what's ended up happening is this is always going to be open. So you could force it and try to twist and all that stuff and try to get this to close in. But the reality of it is this piece here has to be level in order to get this joint to work. Unless you cut a compound miter angle here, but we don't want to compensate. We don't want that going downhill. So we want this to be level. So what you do is you take some shims on the other side. I think that a lot of people overlook that when you put in molding like this. Just because it's going around a square cabinet doesn't mean that the moldings are going to meet up squarely and perfectly. You have to make sure that the base molding is completely level with each other. So what I'm going to do is take my shim and I'll put it in here. Now, my target height is actually right over here in this corner. There's actually a molding that I'm going to be right up to it. In order for me to raise it up enough, I have to put some shims in. So I just take this shim with my pry bar and I'm just going to gently raise it until it's perfectly level. Now that guy's good there. Now you see what's happened with this joint is it completely closed in, and now I've got a perfect top to bottom joint, completely tight. And all just because I raised that up 1/8 of an inch. So next time you have this issue, think about your levelness. Maybe your molding just needs to be leveled out a little bit. Now I can take my glue, put it on the miter. Now what I can do is I can take my clamps here, do it at the top and the bottom. All right, now we've got perfectly flush joint. That's great. And I'm going to put a nail here. There. So I've already coped that shoe. I just need to check the length on it. But you see that cope right there. If I take this, and of course this is just too high. Check that fit on the cope, and that's just perfect. And now what I can do is I can mark the length right there. Now that's going to be an outside miter, so I'm going to put that witness mark like that. And these holes, there's not many of them, but if you can hide them under the shoe molding, that's cool.